Welcome to Dope and Diverse.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We got Nina Torres in the building.
Word. We got Nola.
Got Miss Lordia.
K-Love.
And we got our guest, Jenn.
Hey,
Life
Jen.
coach. Hey, Jenn.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. We want to read. So what's your sign, Jenn?
I'm an Aquarius. I know one of you are an Aquarius. Yes.
Got
that
Aquarius in the
real
building.
That's that
Do you
real
call
love.
your friends? You don't call them. They call you, right?
It depends. I have to feel like, honestly, by the time I get off of work or, I talk to clients a lot, so I have to really be in the mood to talk on the phone. But,
I can agree with that.
we'll get into more of protecting your energy later.
Okay. But I just know, like, Aquarius people they don't call their friends.
Oh my god.
You only call them if it's like a birthday party or something, right?
Oh my god.
You like, she probably called now because she a life coach, so she like, y'all want to do events and stuff. But other than that, they probably don't hear from her.
Wow. Miss Torres.
I'll admit, I'm not a huge phone person outside of, like, work or my business.
So how was everybody holiday?
It was
Anything
good.
exciting?
Really great.
A lot of food.
Yeah.
Too much food.
Do we got to get back to the Kanye West workout plan?
Oh, yes, definitely ASAP.
I don't know. So, Jen, we wanted to talk about. Well, I wanted to talk about like procrastination because I be procrastinating like a mug. Like I'm terrible.
Okay.
Like if I had to be somewhere at 8, I probably won't start getting dressed till like 7:59.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
So like it's a problem.
I mean, it could be a lot of things. Like, can you give me an example of a place you don't do that when you go to work, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. so there's no fear of losing your job there.
Not really. It's not. It's like I don't think they're gonna fire me for that because I work hard. So
Okay. I think there's other things tied to that. Like, for example, even if I get to work early, I'll sit in my car and just kind of sit there because I don't want to go in.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, so, or if I know I have a certain meeting that day or, I don't know, a fire to put out, so to say, I kind of just sit there like, okay, I'm here. It's not, I didn't call out, I'm not late, but I'm just not walking in the building yet. So I would encourage you to look at it from another way. Like, why are you procrastinating? Because if you were going on like a hot date with a guy that you really liked.
No, I bullshit too. It don't matter. Like, it's bad. I don't know. It's bad.
I don't know. I would have to dig deeper there. And I'll offer you guys, I do offer a free 40-minute session. And, we could work on like a personal plan. Everyone's plan or things they want to work on is different. So we can talk more about that offline. But, off the top, I without digging deeper, I'm not sure what's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody got something they struggle with?
Well, first, Jen, can you tell us what you do? Like,
Yeah.
tell us about yourself and
Right.
introduce yourself.
What, 9 to 5 or the business?
Okay. About the business. The life coach, Jen.
Yeah, so I'm the founder of Jenn Gregg's Journey Innovations, and I do individual coaching, group coaching. I do a lot of events. You've been to one.
Yeah.
And I just try to do different events that target different groups. Like next Saturday, I'm doing a resume, LinkedIn headshot revamp. For people that are already in the workforce, they might want to just revamp their resume. For students that are just coming into the workforce, we can help them, give them tips on what to wear to interviews, etc. I do a lot of nonprofit and volunteer work with children, so life building exercises, just a smorgasbord of different things. And my website is www.greggji.com.
Are you on any social media or anything?
Yes, my Instagram and Twitter is coach_JMG_MS. Facebook, Jennifer Marie Gregg, and you'll see my business page there too, J. Gregg's Journey Innovations.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
good.
So just trying to, build clientele, get my name out there. This is I don't know if I told you guys the story that, excuse me, a couple weeks ago, I was jotting down some upcoming goals. And I believe in being clear and setting your attention. So one of them was to get more into podcasting. And shortly after that, I got a invitation to be on a podcast that I was on Monday. And then Nina reached out to me and invited me here. So again, thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
And I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we gonna have some fun. We gonna talk some shit later.
So, me and Jen go way back. So, I remember you were in marketing. So, what made you jump into life coach?
So yeah, we'll go back to high school. At the time, our option was Holy Cross or West Tech, but my dad was not letting us come to Willingboro or whatever. So BCIT was where it was, and then my mom kind of was like, "You need to do computer science because that's the way of the future." So I really didn't have a choice in high school. I just kind of did what my parents wanted me to do. So when I got to college, I was like leaning more towards the social services. So I majored in sociology, psychology, and criminal justice. And then my father passed away senior year of college, and I was kind of like, what now? And so I took a temp job in the company I work for now. And I just worked my way up, and I'm still there. So yeah, and then I just wasn't feeling fulfilled. Like the mundane 9 to 5. Like, okay, I worked my way through this department. I'm a manager of this department. Like, what's next? Like, I kind of just reached everything I could reach, and so I went back to school, got my master's in behavioral studies, and took a job with DIFUS for 3 months. And the week I was supposed to get my caseload, I got an offer to come back to corporate America, and it was a hard decision, but I did it, mainly for financial reasons. And still wasn't fulfilled. And then I don't know, I'm that friend that everyone comes to for advice, and just kind of fell in my lap, meeting with mentors and having my own life coach and having my own therapist, or, things that I work through in life. And I just kind of came to this. And last year, well, even before last year, I was looking for a life coaching certification school program, whatever, and they were all so expensive. And I finally found one that was minority owned, and I could do it online, and it was accredited. So I did that, and I got my certification last October, and went into business last December. So actually, I'm coming up on my 1 year. So yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I went on your website and I read, I don't know if it was the About Me part or it was another section. You said you were speaking to someone, I don't know if it was your cousin or someone in the kitchen, and they asked you a question and you couldn't provide an answer.
Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. My cousin asked me, like, why you?
Right.
Like, why you over another life coach?
Right.
And it was kind of like, ooh, like deer in the headlights.
Right.
Like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be on my team. Like, why you?
Right.
But I appreciate this particular cousin. Shout out to Anthony Gregg, because we have that relationship. Like, we keep each other honest. Like the support's there, love's there, but we keep each other honest. And I don't know if you read more into my answer to him later on that week, but life hit me hard several times, and I got back up. And so I want to be that help, that inspiration to so many people. Like, I've been homeless, I've been without a job, like I said, I lost my father, and just some really unfortunate situations in life, and I want to use it to help and inspire and motivate other people, and just let you know that there's life on the other side of those things. And my experience with, like, dealing with corporate America and a lot of my other jobs, I feel like I can relate and deal with all types of people, all different walks of life, all ages, religions, creeds, all that.
So I have, I have a question for you. Do you handle like, so how did you like get back on your feet? Like, are you better like with budgeting and stuff like that now that
Yeah,
you were
for
like
sure.
hit rock bottom?
So I'll just be very transparent. Something I do with my clients. My parents were not good with finances, like at all. That was their downfall. And I wouldn't be who I am today if they weren't that way. So I'm not sitting here kicking their backs in or whatever. But I wouldn't say finance, like I'm not a finance expert.
Yeah.
But I've learned from those experiences, if that makes sense, you know? So making sure my bills are paid before I go out and buy the latest shoes or whatever, you know?
Right.
And just being responsible. Again, I'm not perfect.
No, I know. We not.
know,
We not.
But
I'm damn sure. It is.
just having that in the back of my head, like I don't want to be there again. Like I don't want to,
Yeah.
if I can help it, you know? So.
So wait, like, like my theory, like how my family grew up, like everybody bought houses. Like everybody at the age of 30 have their own house. Like I'm the only one now that doesn't. Like, you know, I don't.
Right.
I didn't. But I backtracked. I didn't follow like my goal. I like went off another. You know, I saw an opportunity somewhere else instead of buying it. So that kind of like threw me all the way back. But at 31 now, like that's my goal now. I want to buy because my family, they don't believe in like paying a renter. They believe like pay into a house. So at 10 years you can have equity and all that. So like all my cousins is like 30 and they all got the houses.
That's awesome.
So
What I would say to that is try not to be too hard on yourself and remember everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
What worked for your cousins and your family or whatever might not work for you. You know, and we live in a different time. Like, you know, a lot of people have student loan debt. A lot of people have, you know, my parents couldn't help me with school. So I put myself through school, and as a result I have quite a bit of student loan debt. You know what I mean? So like I said, it's good to have that goal, but don't be too hard on yourself and compare yourself, because that's where anxiety and stress happens when you're comparing yourself to somebody else.
Because I went like, I'm like, damn. Like, you know, I had to move back home with my mom. Like, so all that stuff is like, ugh. Like you
And
kind of.
that's a blessing that you have the opportunity. So many people don't have an opportunity. Like I can't move back in with my mom. You know what I mean? Like it just, you just have to like do what you have to do. Like I said, everyone's journey is different.
Now talking about living at home with your mom or whatever, because I know some of y'all, all of y'all got your own place, right?
Yeah.
So would y'all date a guy who lives at home with his mom?
No, no,
Damn.
Tell us
No.
why, Lordia.
I'm not. That's not a wave I'm going on.
Why?
For the simple fact that I look at myself as, if you're gonna, I should be with the person that is, if not where I'm at, equal to where I'm at or where I'm going. And I feel like there's no disrespect to anybody that live at home. Like that's don't. I'm putting a disclaimer out there right now. It's just the fact that I'm where I'm at. I got what I got going on. I'm not trying to put a step down because you may not be there, but in your due time. Like I'm not gonna sit over there and be like, you live at home, so like I gotta make it work. But I have my own, so like I feel like should have somebody on that same wave as me. Like it shouldn't even be. And like I said, some females that's their MO, but that's not me. Like that's not my wave.
So damn, not even if he like moved back home to save money, he
Yeah.
working on it, he trying to build himself up because he had a hard time.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask
I mean,
questions.
I gotta know. I gotta know what the background of that is and
Right.
where you going. Like you can say you move back home to save money and stuff, but what's your goals? Like, are you legit home saving money, or you just home because you comfortable? There's a
Right.
difference.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
But I feel like I feel like when it comes to women, like men would more accept us if we like living at home with our parents.
Yeah.
You know, like, but when it comes like vice versa, we not. Like I could meet a guy today and be like, you know, I live at home with my mom because I'm saving to buy a house, which is true indeed. You can't. Well, me, I can't. I got kids to take care of, so I can't save and pay rent somewhere, especially in Jersey. It's like over $1,000 to pay, and
Crazy.
childcare and all that. That's a lot. But what I'm saying is, like, for us, we can say that, and a dude be okay with that. He'll be like, all right, I understand. She. But
Yeah,
when it
right.
comes vice versa to a man, we be like, you sure?
I actually have this guy I dated years ago. I recently reconnected with him in the last couple of years, and I could tell it was an insecurity because he like brought it up. He was like, "Oh yeah, like I had to move back in with my mom because he just filed bankruptcy because he lost his job, and it was like a spiral effect." So now I didn't stop talking to him because of that, but these things happen. It's a real life, So he changed his career. He got a lawyer and like did all this stuff. So he is definitely working towards getting back, but he had to step back a little bit.
Yeah, and that's fine. I think I mean, if you break it down to me, like I can't judge you off of that.
Right.
But if you just like living at home for like the last 10 years and you okay with that,
Honestly,
and you know what I don't like? Also, I don't like a man that can only move out when he with someone.
Right. And that's the key.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of men like
because-
that. You ask them like, when's the last time you had your own? Oh, with my girl. Because like
The girls will come up, and I don't think that should be. I mean, I think that society is kind of building these kind of men, and like I'm not knocking y'all. Like I already know the hate emails, but I'm not even coming at y'all like that. But I feel like society is not building y'all to really stand on your own 2 feet. I feel like they're telling you like this is the wave. Do what this person's doing. Do what the music industry's doing. Do what Hollywood's doing. Do all that stuff instead of being who you are and just being like, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna set the stage and I'm gonna just do me. But we got people that trying to build these boys. You know what I mean? But we're looking for a come up. Like they're not trying to do. They don't want to be their own come up, and that's the problem we got right now with society.
Yeah, I agree.
So wait. So what if he lives at home with his mom, but lives at home with his mom and his mom is very sick, so she has nobody else to take care of her. But
Kinda
him.
different.
So he wants to give, like she brought him up. This is a listener wanted to ask this question. So,
okay.
I guess that's him, but I'm not giving,
Right.
But he wants to know, like, if his mom is sick and he's taking care of her, like, is that acceptable for you guys or any woman?
I mean, I wouldn't see a problem with that as long as he can stand on his own too. Like you got to know that too. Like, are you just, milking it, living there, and you can't? Like, even if she wasn't sick, you would still be there. So it depends.
Yeah, you have to be real with yourself. Like, just like dating someone with kids with multiple moms or whatever. Like, is this something you can handle? Don't go into it and then when it gets too much,
Back out.
right? Because that's not fair to him either. So
Now, I could tell y'all a story, right? I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. I was talking to this guy, and I went to his parents' house. And I'm just chilling in the room with him, right?
did he have money?
Huh?
Did he have money?
No, he didn't have money. I mean, he had a job. So,
Okay.
All right.
but I was dating him, So we chilling in his room, and he's like, "Oh, I got to put something on the stove." So he puts some. He's like, he comes back and he turns the TV off. So I'm like, "What the?" So then all of a sudden, it's jet black, and somebody come down the stairs. His dad with boxers on.
What?
Right? With a flashlight and was like, "You got somebody in here. You got somebody in here." I was like, oh my
them
God.
ghosts.
And look, I was like 28 at this time. Like, nigga. And he was
Yo.
25, I think. 20. I was like,
Did
wait.
you leave the
no,
house?
I was 28. He was 28 too. So I was like, what the hell? So I was like, then his mom came downstairs and she was like, "Oh, you got some girl in the house." She was like, "Why you always got you just had a girl last week?" I was like,
no.
Hell
and
no.
then she told me I need to go to, she said, "I need Jesus." Remind you, like, it's not like we were naked or something,
Right.
The clothes was on. I'm just sitting there and I'm looking confused because I'm like, you're like older. Why can't you have females at the house? Like,
Well, when that's not his crib. So
Yeah.
you gotta respect.
but I know
You
most
what I mean?
men can have females at
No.
their
I mean,
house.
but you
I'm not
depend
going
on
to
what the
nobody's
rules
parents'
are.
house.
Right. Yeah, say
I'm not going to
that.
nobody's parents' house.
I'm not
like,
doing that. That's a
you better
dog.
get a room. You better kick me
Right.
out. I'm not going to your
Nah.
parents' house. After 25,
Right. No, there's no way.
No.
There's no
Yo.
way. That's not the way. And I feel like, first of all, what you do in that situation? You sat there? You ain't move? You ain't leave?
no.
Yeah, I left.
I'm
Oh,
out.
I'm about to say. I would have
I
been
left.
out.
He kept calling me. I just ignored him.
Nah,
I
'cause
stopped
I
talking to
feel-
him because I'm like,
Because you don't know what the rules, like, he might have been on some other stuff, another way where he just was breaking a rule and he just wanted to bring you in there. Like, you don't
that
know.
was my
That's what I'm
first time
saying.
even going
Right.
in the house.
That's
Like,
what
I
I'm
didn't,
saying.
you know,
That's-
normally we chill.
Right, but that's
But I
his
just started
parents'
talking
house,
to
you know
him,
what I mean?
so.
So whatever their rules is what he needs to stand by, but he obviously wasn't. So now you're on a whole new wave. So, like, that's why
I don't even know-
I have to agree with Kay, because, like, I would not be going to nobody's parents' house. I'm too old to be doing that. Like, we ain't not in high school. man.
No, this was a long time
real.
ago.
28, though, that's...
Yeah, that's
Still,
kind of
that's
still
too
kind
old.
of
Wait,
yeah.
was
Like,
I don't. Let me tell you, I don't even remember how old I was.
She-
I know
She knows she
it
was
was a
28,
long
y'all.
time ago.
that was not that long.
Wait, it was 2010.
Yeah,
So it was
that's
7 years ago.
Well, yeah,
That's
So
still
25-ish.
crazy.
Huh?
25-ish.
Yeah, 20.
Like 25.
'Cause I'm 31.
Yeah, like 25.
27.
I don't do the parents thing, man. Like, I just
Yeah.
can't get with that. Like, if you tell me you living with your parents, it's already no. Like, it's a no go. That's me. You know what I mean? So
It's kind of like calling the house phone. Like,
asking to speak
Can I
to
speak
somebody,
to-
right? Right.
Oh, my God,
No. And the parents picking up like, who you got on the phone? Like, yeah. That's a dog.
Yo,
That's funny.
That's crazy.
But that situation was hilarious. I called my friend. I was like, "What the?
That's
What the
crazy.
hell?" Cause she said, "I need Jesus." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I have Jesus."
Right. Yeah. I know.
I
What'd you
can't
say?
think of the last time I was at a nigga house who lived with his parents. The most you get, like, maybe a dude that lived with, like, a bunch of niggas, like 4 niggas in one crib, but
Yeah.
somebody's parents' house? I don't know about that. No, I haven't. I don't know. The last time I did that.
Yeah, that was like dumb young. I had to be like, like 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Maybe in high school,
dumb
like-
young, maybe even 20, pushing 21, if that.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
it. Like, after
Damn.
that, it was like, because the way people I hung with, like, they always had their own. So it was
Yeah.
like, it's different. It depends on, like, where you at and who they, like, what their mentality is. But with me, like, the moment you like, oh, well, or I love this. Like, this is definitely dope. Like, I love the fact that now my parents live with me.
Oh, please, nigga, get out of
Not
here.
so much. Like, you know damn well
Do
you
not
live at
live-
home.
exactly.
Don't
Right.
play yourself, man.
Don't even play
I
yourself
love
with that
that.
shit.
I hear that all the time. Like, I hear people be like, yeah, because, I'm going through something right now. But my mother, she living with me. No, sir. You're living with your mother. Don't do that to yourself.
Let's not even play that, okay?
Right? Or the, I let my baby mom stay here because she
Oh,
can't afford
now
a
that,
crib by herself.
now that shit, I'm not beat
Hell
for.
no, that's-
I
Yeah.
hate when I meet a
Bro.
dude and they like, I still live with baby. Oh,
We not together though,
but
but
we
it's
not
just for the
tied.
kids.
That is
Not
bullshit.
together.
Yo.
Because I guarantee you, she knew you was talking to me.
Yeah.
She would curse you out. So don't sit here and tell me.
dog.
And I feel like if as a man, if you really don't want to be with somebody, you gonna move the hell out.
Yeah,
If you gotta
exactly.
go back home to your mama and you not with your baby mom, like you
Yeah,
gonna move out. So that
definitely.
whole
Yeah.
we together but we not
Oh,
together.
I got a story with that though. Like real talk. So I was dealing with somebody in New York, obviously, and we knew each other
Panties
for forever.
droppers.
Right, we knew each other for forever, and he recently had a kid. So, but he was connecting with me. Boom, 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 whatever. So. He ends up hitting me up like, yo, I want to chill with you and everything else. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, but see, the situation is, like, my baby mom, we live together because, she live in New York and she a model, she this, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, listen, sir. First of all, how old is the kid? Like, that's the first question I asked.
10.
No, the baby was, like, fresh out the coop.
Oh, hell no.
No.
So I already knew what it was. And I'm like, listen, sir, when you get your stuff together,
Then you
maybe
can
come
holler at
see
me,
me. But
yeah.
otherwise, I don't like that. Don't try to pull that slide
Yeah.
like, yeah, we not together,
Word,
but
but
you
you-
know,
exactly.
we going through da 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 da. I'll be like, yo, that's a dub. You can show it to somebody else.
I met a guy who I met a guy and I was like, yeah. I was like, so you got any kids? He was like, yeah. I was like, how old? He said 1 month. I said,
Bye. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
Y'all
if
be
your
lying, man.
kid is under 5, I'm not fucking with
Right.
you. Like, no. That's too many
Y'all still got
possibilities.
connects.
Exactly. Like, there's too much shit. Nah.
I agree with that
because
one.
my
I agree.
my daughter's 5 and her dad still be trying to get at
See,
me.
that's
So
what I'm saying.
you know what I mean? So
that's,
like
that's this
it
is
is what it
why I can't I battle with that so much. Dating a man with a child versus not dating a man with a child. That is the ultimate battle in my head forever in life.
What you mean? Like, what's the battle? I'm interested because I mean I don't got no kids, so like I might be on your way, but I may not.
she on your way.
I don't have no children myself.
Right.
But the battle is, one, do I commit myself fully to a person that has another child, has a child with a person, basically. Like, they're always going to be connected with that person. They
Yeah.
always have constant communication. They can't not talk to each other. Communication is everything in this world to me. So at the end of the day, like, if you really communicate with somebody, you're going to like that person.
Right.
And it's the flip side where I could have my own child with somebody and build my life with that and be the life that I dreamed of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up, that's things that I fantasize about.
Right.
So it's like,
You feel like you kind of be selfish in the situation. Like, I get it.
You can.
I would
like,
say
I mean, you got
never
right to.
settle.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's definitely
Like,
what I'm
I've
saying.
personally tried dating guys with kids. It's not for me. So it's not like I'm just saying no.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, because I always wanted to give my husband his first child.
Right. I feel the same
Yeah.
way.
So,
Yep.
Now, dating a guy before I had kids, I really didn't give a fuck if they had kids. Like, I never really talked to dudes that had kids, but I would never ask them about their kid.
Okay.
So they probably never saw me in that, like, okay, she potential, because they'll be like, oh, I have a daughter or a son. I'll be like, okay, what that got to do with me?
Okay.
Because I'm single, I ain't got no kids, I ain't worried about you, and I'm too young, I'm not worried about being a stepmom. You know, but when you have kids, I see it on the flip side now.
That's
we
what I need
older.
to
The
hear.
flip
Yeah.
side, I see it like, okay, now I see I gotta be involved with.
Yeah, that's.
But I don't want to meet your kid unless we like legit
Right.
ready for
Right.
what's gonna happen.
Right.
I mean, I feel like when you dating somebody with kids, I've dealt with guys. I dealt with guys that had 1 kid, 2 kid. That was it. A third one, I was like, nope, not doing it. And I do feel like you in a point like when you don't have children, you do have a choice, and of course,
Yeah, you do.
because they have a responsibility regardless of anything. And at the end of the day, they gotta give that attention that they could be giving you to that child. So whether or not you're willing to take that L and be like, you know what, I can do 50-50, I can do half and half. Or you like, nah, like, I'm going to be selfish. I want all my attention towards me, and you can't give it to me. So
Right.
I got to get somebody out here that can. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, and if you're willing to deal with, you know, maybe there's drama somewhere. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. You know, sometimes I even dealt with a dude that had a kid on the way and, like, was on some other wave. Like, so it depends on, like, your mentality and where you at. Like, where you trying to go at. Like, I get that because people ask me all the time, like, I got kids. You date me? I'm like, first of all, how many? Like, you said kids. I would have been like, yeah, but kids, like, that's a whole nother, you got to know what the situation was, if they still talking, she living at the house, you know, like, what's does she be knocking down doors? Does she bust the windows? Like, you need to know this wave. Like,
You owe
to
back
know
child
that's
support.
Right.
Oh yeah, child
Child
support is key. Child support is key. Because
Right.
let me
That's
tell you
what I'm
something. If
saying,
you
like-
moving with a guy and he paying child support,
Right,
hey,
you
your
get
money
that
going.
debt.
Don't
Exactly.
marry
That's
a
what
guy
I'm
that got
saying.
child
You
support
get
because,
that.
or if you do, don't put him on your bank information. Because
It's
yo,
true.
I know somebody that got
It's
married to
true.
a guy that owed child support. She got paid and her
Yep.
check was
Yeah,
gone.
it's gone. It happened. They do
Exactly.
that.
My
Yeah.
hard work going?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Because you're one.
their debt is your
Your
debt.
debt.
So
As soon as you get
it's
married.
one.
Nope.
But now I feel like, now that I have kids, like, I don't want to talk to a guy with no kids because I feel bad. I feel like,
Yeah.
Right.
you know what I mean? That's just me.
Right.
Like, I'd rather talk to
No.
somebody that has kids.
Right.
I really
Because they
want somebody-
understand you, though.
I really want
Right.
somebody
They
that's twins
understand.
running it. Anybody, listeners,
what?
any twins out there? Your twins running your family, holla at me, Nina
can't.
Torres. I want twins so bad. But, you know, I don't like talking to dudes that don't have kids. I feel weird. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
But you and I, like, you know my situation. Like, I am completely in bliss about a particular person in my life. And you know me and Miss Torres have always had this conversation about me and this particular guy. So it's like you know where my heart is
Yeah,
at,
I know, I
but
know.
you know where my mind is at too at the same time, and it's just a constant battle. I always have this battle. So
But I think like if you meet a guy that has kids, you have to first question like when they had that child was like the mom and the dad fully together, because if they were like on some fuck buddy shit, friends with benefits, then it really it's like you having a new child with him because now he's gonna be in love with So it's a different, I guess, like perspective on it. I guess you would say, but I would take it as it's like different.
This guy has kids.
he has a kid, well, a daughter. Let me say it right. So, and I don't know.
Follow your heart. Your heart knows.
I think it does. I think my mind is just like,
We overthink things and make things complicated.
yes.
Yeah, we do.
I know Virgos do. I'm a Virgo.
Virgo in the
I was
building.
just on a conversation with one of my mentors talking about that. I'm an overthinker. And like I'm an overthinker because I think a lot. It's like my mind is always rolling, always doing something. I'm always thinking of the next and everything else. So he even told me, which was kind of dope, that probably in my sleep my mind is going, So and it's probably because I got so much going on that I got so much in my head that it's like my body can't keep up. So I mean, it's something to work on.
I used to be that person. Do you write stuff down?
All the time, man. I'm always on my phone. I was always like that. I was a writer since I was little. Like, I have books upon books upon books. People just like, that's just you. Like, you have just a whole different era. So sometimes it's hard for me to come out, and it's hard for people to understand where I'm coming from because I'm a thinker. Like,
Gotcha.
you can throw something at me, and I'll be like, people be looking at the surface like this is a table. Like, I'm thinking about what it's made out of, where it came from, who did it, what the number is. Like, I'm automatically, you know what I mean, like 5 steps ahead of the next person. And that's just how my mentality is. And a lot of times when it comes down to like everyday life, that is my biggest issue. My biggest issue is I'm my own worst enemy. So when I do things or I think about something, or even if it's something so insignificant to anybody else, to me it's a bomb because I feel like I'm thinking deeper than what you're thinking. So yeah.
Do you have
a little bit of Virgo?
Do you have vices to fill your tank back up?
As in like what to do?
Yeah. So like I'll give you an example. Like something I like to do is get massages. And it doesn't have to be like something that spend money, but like getting your nails done, me time, stuff that's filling your tank back up because your mind is draining you.
Right. And I kind of do like I just kind of get involved in things. I'm always researching things, looking into things. I'm always trying to make a move. So it's like I'm always involved in something. Example, podcast and, just trying to be involved in stuff with the community as well. So it's kind of like I have to do something. Like I feel like I can't sit still because my mind is just too. My mentor says it always very well. He's like, you're too good for your own self. Like you know so much, and it's just the fact that your mind is just you gotta stop. Like and
right,
he was
because
like,
you're gonna burn yourself.
And that's
out.
what he's saying. Like every day, that's what you do. Like you burn yourself. You can. I have books like just all over my house. Just writing. He was like, you are like crazy. Like I don't know what to tell it. Like you just crazy, but it's just because of my upbringing. It's just about how I am. It's just about I'm always creating. So
I would
challenge
you and encourage you to find something that you can date yourself.
Right.
Where you can turn it all off.
That's the challenge I'm at. I've been at that challenge for a month.
But what do you? So you like to write? Do you like the arts?
I do. I have written plays. I've been in plays.
So why don't you go to a play like by yourself, or go to the movies by yourself?
I'm thinking about like the opera, like something different
by yourself, and just hone in on and just be in the moment.
Yeah,
like
I think that's what it is. I gotta get into yoga. I gotta do something.
Like, do hot yoga.
Listen, I'm just trying to do yoga. I'm trying to get past that.
Let me tell you, hot yoga. I did hot yoga. It's in Morristown, Big Ram Yoga. It's in Morristown.
I'm not.
All right, but no. Hot yoga. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
You don't even realize it's like over 100 degrees in there. Have you ever did hot yoga?
Yeah, it's not for me. I'll pass
See?
out. Yeah,
Like, that's how I feel.
I
Like,
like
no.
that.
So damn hot.
I'm sorry,
I
I
don't do
was-
saunas and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
I
do
don't
wanna
know
do
if I
yoga,
can do
though.
all that. I mean, yoga, I'm looking into. That's like the next wave. Because as I get older, it kind of gets bad because it's like, like I said, my creativity's moving. So it's kind of like also, too, it's a ticking time bomb in me. So it's like, what do I need to do next? Like, that's like always, what's my next move? But that's always been me since like I came out of my mother. I've always been like, what's my next move? And it has a lot to do with I'm from New York. So we always going. So,
Yeah.
you
Do
know.
you meditate?
Somebody else asked me that question too.
you pray?
I don't. I
Yeah.
do pray.
okay.
The issue with me and praying is me and God are on pause right now, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, we talk about that another time. Cause I'm all,
Yeah,
been a sinner.
Me and God on pause. But like I do take some time to myself, but the only issue is I take time for myself and I bore myself. So like I have to always have something going on. So it's like
You sure
I
that's a
can
Virgo thing or that's a
Nah, that's a
Miss
Virgo.
Melodea thing?
Nah,
That's a you thing.
it's a
thing, okay?
Nah, it's a Virgo thing. Cause
I would love to.
Virgos are overthinkers.
I would love to have a personal session with you.
Yeah,
So.
I got. Man, I'm.
Yeah, y'all need to hook
loose in
that.
the
Y'all need to
head.
hook that up offline.
People always tell me all the time.
Email me.
I'm crazy.
And I'm gonna hit you up offline for that
But if you're always
procrastination.
if you're always writing and creating, why don't you trying to turn it into something? Like
Yeah.
write a book.
Like write a book
publish
about
it.
my life,
Yeah.
girl. My life is
Yeah.
You busy?
I'm not a book person.
You
like
wanna write a book
I
about
have
me?
like a personality. Little background of me. Like I used to before. Like I was telling Nina like. I guess this afternoon, I guess.
No,
I used
that
to
was
model.
yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. I used to model. So I was like big in the industry. I used to do that whole wave. I was in New York a lot. I actually went to school for it. I had a
Nice.
coach. I was in BMW Week. I was
And
supposed to be in
for
a
y'all
girl
listeners,
group.
real quick,
all that
she got a
stuff.
big ass. Her ass is
Yes. Waka contacted
gigantic.
me. The list goes on. But that was my happy place, you know? So a lot of times my issue right now as I get older is finding my happy place again. Because I left that thinking it was a bad experience with a whole different camp. So I left that. And because I left that, that's what's like missing. You know, like that was my happy. And that's when my mentor was like, you need to get back to that. Like that's what made you thrive. Like you did your thing when you was in New York, you was doing this, you was doing that. So it's like, now it's about a different angle. That's why like when you approached me about the whole podcast move, this is the happy medium I was talking about. You know what I mean?
So that's good.
That's why I be like my mind is always moving because this is my happy place. Like this is where I thrive. Like this is my air. You know? So I mean, I'm learning every day, you know, how I move and what to do, whatever. So.
And something else, we gotta find like a work-life balance because you know it's great to go hard, but if you're not, like I said, if you're not filling your tank up,
Right.
you're gonna eventually run out.
Yeah, that's happened.
So,
Yeah.
and that's not a good place to be in
No,
either.
it's not. It's not. Shout out to my mentor. He always on the phone. My fault.
Shout out to the mentor.
Shout out. I'm not gonna put your name out here yet, but shout out.
I might need you to mentor me too, because I've been sinning lately.
We all
man.
sin.
But what about cuffing season, y'all? What y'all like? Anybody trying to cuff y'all?
No, I'm
Because
not trying to cuff
I had
nobody.
a couple of cuffers,
You had a couple of covers.
but
Couple
I
options.
ain't beat
It's
for
always
that.
the ones you don't want in
Exactly,
your DM.
right?
Yes, all the time.
It goes down in the DM. You know, but it be the ones you don't want. But
Like-
then the ones you want, it's like
Girl.
they ain't trying to cuff you.
Girl.
That's always. I don't know if y'all saw SZA's interview, y'all. It was dope. She
Who?
was talking about that SZA.
Oh no,
She was talking about that, and she was saying, you know, I think Charlamagne was saying, like, you so pretty, I don't understand what your problem is. She's like, what y'all don't understand, that's not the issue. The issue is with me is the one I want don't want me. So that's where our mentality be broken down
Don't want
because
you in the way you want
right.
him.
And we going after them. They not thinking about us, so we hurt. So, but y'all like, oh, you're so pretty, da da da. And he was like, she's like, that's not even the case because she was talking about her album, whatever. Which is so. I was like, yes, please tell them like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter your outer appearance, no matter what. It's about the mentality. Like if that's not where you at, then that's not where you at.
But who trying to cuff me for? See these dudes trying to cuff you because it's getting cold. You know they want to.
Man.
But is
Get
that
a
really a
blanket.
real thing?
Yes,
Like,
it is a real thing.
I'm thinking like that should have just like figuratively.
No.
Like, are you really fucking with somebody for the season and then like, all right, when the weather break,
Yep.
Yes,
peace, like I'm done.
yes.
It
I
happens.
don't know. I don't know if I've seen too
That's
much of
crazy.
that.
Like,
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it like heavy like it used to be.
yeah, like I've
know
never
what I mean?
seen that before. Like, yeah, you might give it somebody during the season, but it's not like Y'all gotta stop fucking around when the weather get nice again. Like,
Well,
No,
most
they-
people want to be hoes though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but no,
true.
you know what it is? It's okay. They cuff you in the winter time, right? When the summer break, now it's like, okay, we single. Like before, like in December, right? November, December, they like, I'm only fucking with you. You only fucking with me. When the summer break, now they like,
Fuck summer, spring.
I'm single.
Girl.
We
What's
need a
the-
break.
I'm single. Like
Summer.
now you single, nigga. Like you know,
Right.
that's their mentality with the whole cuffing thing.
But in the same sense, you may really fall for that person in them
Exactly.
couple of months that y'all cuffing.
Well,
you
you
may
know-
mess around and do something you ain't supposed to be doing.
I don't know. I'll be on to the next while I'm on the next.
so are there rules when it comes to cuffing season? Like,
Yeah,
are
you
you
only
supposed
supposed to
to
mess
not
with that
get
person.
attached? Are you supposed to let it go when summer come back around? Like,
Oh, so it has to be established from the beginning?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I
I
don't
heard a
think
dude
there's
talking
rules.
about this on another podcast, and he was saying like there's rules. Like, okay, just know that when it get nice again, you don't know me.
Oh,
like,
hell
we
no.
good.
Ain't nobody got time for
It's
that.
over. Like, what?
I'm not signing
That's a
up for
dog.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
got
I'm
time
like,
for
is this
that.
real
But
or?
some females they with it. Like I can't even say
Yeah.
no. We
They
may
gotta
not be
be.
with it, but some females is with it. I think that's a dub. I would not be that type.
Yeah,
A lot of women just have to have a man in their bed.
They're
So.
desperate
That's
type
true.
of.
Yeah, it takes a strong woman to work on herself to find that right one. I think it takes a strong person to do that.
And patience.
I don't know.
Man, listen.
But it takes a strong person to do that. I feel like women who, because I know me, like I need to work on myself. I can't be with nobody. I need to work on myself first. But it takes a strong person to do that, to be by themselves.
Here's some self-disclosure. I've been celibate for almost a year
Good for you. Kudos to you.
Yes,
Kudos.
Good.
and doing the same thing, just being in a mental space and everything and being ready for my next
Husband.
love.
I big you up for that.
It's
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I feel like
especially you don't want to run back to
What you
the same
custom
thing.
to.
Yeah.
you know?
and that's the hardest part sometimes.
You
though.
got to do something different in order to get
What,
something
celibacy?
you want.
Yeah, because I be.
Well, just not running back. Like I've dealt with somebody for 5+ years, and it was something I knew I shouldn't be going back to because that was convenient to me. You go back.
Yeah,
And-
convenient will let you
Yes,
go
it
back
will.
and back and
you
back.
will waste your time.
But
I'm telling
celibacy
you.
is good. I'm a bit because I don't believe in toys, so I don't know.
Don't say you
how
want to be
long.
anything.
No, I be trying to be celibate, girl. I was celibate for a year
Since
one
when?
time.
No.
I
Since
was celibate
last
for a year.
podcast?
No, no.
Because
I
when
was
she
humping on hump day.
wasn't she talking about some duels in Philly? You run that back. I told y'all run that SoundCloud.
No.
back.
I was humping on hump day yesterday,
See,
right?
Look at you. Really? See?
But no. But
And Monday, Tuesday.
but celibacy. Yeah, maybe. No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But no. But seriously, celibacy. I was celibate after I had my son. I try to, you know what it is? I try to get on this like spiritual journey. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. It's very hard being on like that.
Procrastination.
Yes. It's very hard being on that spiritual journey. And like what I noticed that what I struggle with is like the intercourse part. Like I get fully committed to God and then I don't know, are you into church?
I wouldn't say I'm into church. I definitely believe in God. I have a relationship with Him, but I'm not a every Sunday church goer.
me.
Yeah.
But I was, and like I was so devoted. You know, I get so devoted, and then like I mess up because I have sex with somebody. I lose track of all thought, and like I be on the right journey, but then
You know why, right? Soul ties.
So.
Soul ties.
soul ties. But it be new niggas all the time. So I know.
But think about it.
joking, I'm
Think
joking.
about it. Every
Too
person
much.
you sleep with,
I'm joking.
you sleep with everyone they slept with, and they slept with, and you guys have seen
Do
that
y'all
meme.
really believe that?
Oh, it's
Do y'all really
absolutely
believe
so
that?
real.
The soul
Yeah,
tie.
absolutely.
I mean, I do. I believe also too that like I used to be like a church head, but
I used to be a church head heavy.
yeah,
heavy.
like nothing to people
True
that
love
listen
waits
that go to
rain.
my church and is listening to this right now. I already feel the judgment eyes. But anyway,
No, we backslide. We normal.
And that's what I'm
the
saying.
thing.
You're flesh. And the funny thing about it is the Bible says you're going to fall like
Yeah,
8
gonna
plus
fall.
times. So we talk about, you know, and I'm not making an excuse. Like, I'm not saying like it's an excuse for it. But it takes, I know I was celibate for a very, 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 very long time. And it takes you being strong and knowing who you are and standing and kind of focus on other things instead of just being focused on that. You gotta put your foot down and be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I gotta do this. Like, I was working 2-3 jobs, like just trying to get my mind off of everything because at the end of the day, we flesh. Like, if you attracted to somebody, you attracted. Like, you can't just be like, okay, not today. I'm gonna turn it off. Like, it doesn't happen like that.
Even for me at this age, like, I feel like I don't vibe. Like, so this is as humbly as I know how. I get a lot of traffic, especially now that I have a business. I always have somebody in my DMs. And that's my struggle too, because a lot of guys will wear this mask that they're trying to work with me. They want me to do this or whatever. And then it's, maybe, I need a strong woman on my team.
Oh, Lord.
I don't even respond to that.
Yeah.
You know, and I try not to be that person because I never want anyone to ignore me or whatever. But I mean, what is it? I mean, guys have even tried to become my clients
just to get.
And then you can't even keep the appointment, which is a turnoff. Yeah. And now I don't even stop,
because they see a strong woman.
Right.
They do want it, but they want to know why. I think it's the curiosity, like why is she avoiding me, or why is she, you know what I mean?
It's a chase.
Like that strong.
Yeah. It's a challenge. When you challenged, you after it. That's like when we can't have what we want, we go after that. Because even though we know that person does not want us, we still go on after it because it's a challenge.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A guy explained it to me like this. Like, you walk into a room, every guy is going to turn their head. And you're going to want that one guy that doesn't.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You do.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. Same
and I like the challenge.
Yeah. Guys the same way.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Now, I want to talk about, since you say guys, right, Miss Lordia, can guys and females be friends? Because I don't believe that. I believe at the end of the day, you cannot be friends. Y'all can't be friends.
So
I feel like
that's a good question, and I actually there's something I went on a live yesterday and actually talked to a lot of people. I got a lot of input. So I feel, from my perspective, that as a man, it's hard enough to have a legit potential friend. Now, you can have a potential friend that you say is your potential friend, but if the opportunity comes for you to smash, you're going to take it. So is that really your friend? Like, a friend is somebody that, like, no matter what, I got you regardless. Even if I'm attracted to you, whatever, you're still my friend. Like, even if you throwing it at me, I'm like, nah, we friends. But on the flip side, a female, I have a fake best friend. And he is the type of person that I call him and be like, oh, let me tell you my rants. But he legit tries to smash every time. Like, every time.
Yeah, they
never,
will.
Like, I will be on the phone with him and he'd be like, so when you coming down? I'm like, never. Like, what are we doing right now? But they don't get it. So it's like, I look, and as long as there's boundaries and you can set a boundary, you can have that potential friend. But always in the back of your mind, ladies, remember, if you gave the opportunity for this dude to smash, he gonna take it. Like, it's not I'm not gonna do it because you my friend. Nah, he gonna be like, so where we going? What time?
Exactly.
What's up?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You shaking your head, Nola? What you shaking your head for?
Because I feel as though that you can have a legit male friend.
Hell no, girl.
Not if you're attracted to them.
Not if you're attracted.
I have a.
Are you attracted to him?
No.
Okay,
Right.
that's
Is he attracted
different.
to you?
It's the woman that controls
Exactly.
it. It's not the man.
It's not the man.
It's the woman.
It's you.
All my male friends always say, don't ever for a second think.
Exactly.
If you didn't let us
Exactly.
in.
You're gonna take it. They gonna
Don't
smash.
get
They gonna take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have male friends, and they all have made a pass at me, but I shut them. I shut this shit down. But now see, the thing is, when you have male friends, they took a shot at you, but since you shut them down, now they know. All right, damn.
Hey, sis.
Yeah, hey, sis. Like, nigga, you was just trying to talk to me like 10 years ago.
I mean,
You know what I mean? About the friend zone, though. They gonna take their shot.
I mean, too, and I also think it's on two different ways, because like one of the people that was watching my live yesterday was saying that it's harder in the single community to have potential friends. He said that's impossible. I don't believe that. He said, but in the gay and lesbian community, it's definitely possible. And I asked him to actually go into that a little further with me. So we kind of going back and forth, and he's trying to and I understand 110% where he's coming from. You know, in their community, they can just be legit friends. Like, listen, boom, it is what it is. We just friends. You cool. I like to vibe with you. I like to go to the club with you. Boom, boom, boom. But on our flip side, it's like, again, you're going to try to pass. You know, you're going to try to push something, and we're human. Like we just were talking about, we're human. So, yes, I don't believe in that wave. I used to be like, oh, yes, I can have my best friends. No, I feel like as a guy, let's be real. Like, that's not even, and even when a guy be like, I want to be your friend, I'm like, yeah, okay, so how long you going to try to talk to me before you try to smash?
Exactly.
Like, for real, that's what you want? Nah, you cool, like, you that girl. Nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need no more friends.
But I don't like no dude that got a female friend. Because I feel like, no, for real,
Like
I'm
if you're
serious.
dating them?
Yeah, if I'm dating a guy that has a female friend, I feel like sometimes, like, I don't know, but I still feel like when dudes have female friends, you don't know if that female got friend zone. She just playing the friend because she know.
You have to just ask.
No, but you don't know.
Most females that do all that, I think that they're sitting there because they're waiting for the opportunity.
Exactly,
Right.
and that's why I don't trust in a lot. And just some dudes that believe what they female friends say, and that might steer them the wrong way.
I don't know if they believe it. I think they're just trying to put them on the side bench. They just put them on the bench. They're benching them. They may be talking to you, but at the end of the day, that's my side. In case it don't work out with you, I still can see if this happens over here. Like they're benching her. She's a bench player.
But
That's how I look.
Huh?
Or they only friends with that particular female because he's fucking with her friend.
Right.
And
It's
or
a
she
bench.
hook him up with all her friends and shit.
Oh,
so
that's
that's
true.
why he friends with
That's
her.
true.
She's a plug. So
Yep.
that's what happens.
Because I do be the plug sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Niggas always hit me up. Cool.
listen, I shut
I'll
that
be like,
quick.
what?
I can't. I can't be on that. Because I
Yeah.
don't believe in all that. I just feel like, again, including like if I'm with somebody and they have a female friend, nah, that's. I mean,
don't like that.
I'm all right with it. Like, I'm not insecure with myself. Let me check that. I'm not insecure with myself. So if you are my boyfriend and you got a female friend, the thing about it is, let me vibe with her. Seeing as how
Right.
you gonna have a friend, bring her around me. Let's go out. Let's kick it. Let's kick it without you. Let's do that because at the end of the day, I feel like if this is gonna be your quote unquote friend, honey, we all friends.
Yeah, we're all
okay.
friends.
That
All
we all
friends.
friends.
You gonna
No, I
have to
agree with
dismiss
that.
that bitch and keep it
But
moving.
but then the question is that an insecurity? Because my
no,
thing
it's
is
not.
this.
I'm your friend. If you got something you need to
But
talk
that's
about, talk to me.
but that sounds like an insecurity. You
I
gotta
agree
check
with you.
it. You gotta check it because my thing is this: if this has been a childhood friend with this dude,
Okay.
you don't have no place to come in here and be like, nah, you can't talk to her. Da da da. Because that's an insecurity. Because you at the end of the day, before you came into play, she was already playing field.
Exactly.
So you gotta understand, no matter what, even if you in your feelings and you like, nah, I don't feel right. Da da da. You gotta check yourself because sometimes that's an internal issue.
No, sometimes, but I'm crazy. I want you all to myself.
Nah,
Or,
it's
you know
still
what I mean?
insecurity.
But
I agree with you. I would like want to know the girl,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Play the
and
field.
there's no need to do anything behind my back. Like,
Right.
we're all going out.
Yeah, we all chilling.
We're all,
Let's
you
do
know,
this.
friends.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Let me bring
Our
my best friend. Let's do this. Like that's
Right.
that's the type of person I am. You got
Right.
a female friend. I bet. Let me get my male friend. Now if you and your feelings about that, now I gotta check you.
Exactly.
Because now it's like what exactly what is the purpose of this right here? So you
Right.
mad at me because I got something.
And even in this preparation station, like with like we have people over our house all the time, and a lot of my male friends, I can honestly say I've never gone there with. So I always say, like, when my husband comes,
Right.
like, you know, da da da. At least I
Right.
can say, no, these are really just my
Legit
friends.
Right,
Like,
right.
You have something to say, Kayla?
Oh yeah, sometimes though, like they might be a childhood friend and they coming around, y'all all hanging out, but she's still fucking your dude. Like
Yeah.
these
that's
bitches
when you
is-
get cut.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you
but
can
I'm just
cut
saying you
to
can't
the
trust
throat.
bitches or niggas. You can't trust nobody nowadays.
I was
It's
gonna say
like,
that's a trust issue then.
but
like-
yeah, you can't trust nobody.
I mean, at the end
Especially-
of
I don't trust nobody. I don't trust no bitch.
Cause
Sorry,
I was
'cause
that
girls
person.
is sneaky.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it
sneaky.
is.
Yeah, I have I
what
experienced
it
that.
is.
Like,
Oh,
dude, like, oh
sorry,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
that was my neighbor back in the day. She a little girl. I would never do that. She's this old. She used to play with my little sister, and now everybody's grown up. Now you smashing her.
Right. But that's
So-
but you see them like you see them signs before. And that's what I'm
Honestly,
saying, you
I
would check
didn't.
it.
Well, you know what? After I looked into it, I
You
did,
realize,
but then
yeah.
that's when I found out too. So it was like, oh. But before that, I had no clue. Like, I would never know.
Right. But that means he just wasn't honest. You didn't be with him anyway. But I'm saying there's guys out there that are legit honest. Like, listen, this is my friend from Boom Boom Boom. We used to kick it back in. Man, Chris Cross was popping on the radio. You know, like you just gotta either you trust them, you don't. And if you don't feel, if you got something in your body's feeling you like I don't trust them because of this and the other, then you gotta go move on to the next one because at the end of the day they're probably not being honest anyway.
I got a friend that me and him been friends since God knows when, like I was 16. So he's with a girl now that really doesn't like me. I don't know why. I think she be hating. But anyway, I noticed ever since he got with her, he don't talk to me like that no more.
He not allowed.
No, but I told him that. I'm like,
bitch
why
said
you let her?
no.
Because I done seen so many bitches coming in and out your life. Like, why you stop? And he like, no, nigga, I know. Because I can't call you. You know, only time you talk to me is Snapchat. You know what I mean? Before I could text him or whatever, but one time I text him, he like, I got a girl now.
No proof.
I'm like, so when I found out who his girl was, I'm like, oh, she don't like me. That's why you not talking to me
but
like
you
that.
just said it's this flip side. You just said that you can't be that person. You can't be that person.
No. What I'm saying is Nina rules. Like
you can't be that person, man. Like you just said that. You know what
No,
I'm
your
saying?
nigga can't have girlfriends.
Right.
So he the same way. His bitch said no. Cut that bitch the fuck off.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Exactly. You can't be that person.
Let
man.
me rewind that.
Shoes
Back.
on.
But you know, we really was friends though. We really are.
But
friends.
I mean,
But she don't know that.
right, and
she know that.
But she got an
she just don't like me.
But she got an insecurity thing,
Right.
like I just said. That's when a female come at you like that, they're insecure about something. It may not even be you personally. It may be something else. And if you don't know that person personally, you'll never know. Like it's just gonna be like, well, she don't like me. No, it could be something deeper than that.
No, you know why I don't trust it? Because every dude friend I had has made a pass at me. So I don't trust any man that say he got a female friend. Because every dude that I've been cool with, even like say for instance, I was talking to a dude and he got friends. I'm cool with their friends, his friends. They still have made a pass at me, Pat. You know what I mean? Okay. Down the line. So I just don't trust it. Like I don't believe.
So that guy that you talking about who act funny now and he had a girlfriend, he made a pass at you before?
Yeah.
That's
okay,
right.
that's why she wants
to be around you.
She don't know that.
How you know? You
Yeah,
don't know what
she
they
know
pillow
her
talk
nigga,
is.
though. She
You don't
know
know what
her
they
nigga.
pillow talk is. Maybe maybe he said it in pillow talk. You don't know.
Well,
You're not in that. You're not in a
said
relationship.
that
Well, he did.
Yes, he did. Now he can't fuck with you
Now
no
he
more.
can't fuck with you. It is what
you
it
know
is.
what?
I mean,
Whatever.
same shit.
Man, you didn't want it anyway. You ain't want that anyway.
No, but you know, I enjoyed his. You know, he kept
His
it real.
friendship. You like his friendship.
Yeah.
And sometimes that
I
always
just like
messes
the
up a friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Just
mean,
like a friendship.
It's his fault.
right.
Exactly. But I just don't think it can work out. I'm sorry. I'm crazy too. I feel like, you know, you my friend now, nigga. Like, you know, especially we in a relationship. Like, but you know, we single till we marry, so.
Oh, Lord.
We single till we marry.
You still haven't
What's your take
like
on it?
provided a good explanation of
Yeah.
your reason.
Okay, so my reason is, all right, so if I'm messing with a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We and him fucking, right?
You
Me
said
and the
y'all
guy,
are
me and the
fucking?
guy are having sex.
Okay.
Right? But if I go out and dudes approach me, I am going to give out my number.
Then how is someone going to commit to you if you're not committed to them?
Listen, this is the thing.
That's not making
Now,
sense.
let me tell you something.
I can't.
We,
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
No.
Turn my mic off. No. Put it off. Mute
no,
it.
because I'm 31 now, right? So we know what we want. So there's no way in hell I'm going to be dealing with a guy for a year, right? Now, say I pass by 15 dudes that could be possibly good dudes. Now, I done gave you a year of my life, right?
Then get out of
And
it.
you don't, no, listen,
Exactly.
say I'm with you for a year, everything going good, and all of a sudden you like, you know what, Nina, I don't want to be with you no more. I would be like, I done declined like 15 invites for their number. Nah.
I mean, with any
Like, I ain't got time
relationship,
for
that's
that.
a game of chance. Like, life is not promised. Like, you can't walk up to somebody tomorrow and be like, oh, that's the person I'm going to be with forever. Like, you don't know. Like, it's a game of chance. And the thing about it is, if you want anybody to commit to you, you got to put out that investment to commit.
I put it out when he put a ring on it.
Well, then that's you not gonna have nobody. Like, to be honest, like, to
No
keep it
ring.
a buck, you're not gonna get a ring because no dude is gonna sit up here and be like, oh, she's single till she, you know what I mean, till I put a ring on it. You know how many people gonna look at him like he crazy?
Yeah, you have to get a sucker.
I
Right,
listened to
word.
the episode, so my question is, I started to understand where you're coming from, but if a guy did that to you,
Right. Like,
I'll
are
be
you
fine.
okay?
Would not be beat
Because
at all.
listen,
right.
listen.
She talking crazy. She talking crazy on this microphone.
Yeah, you know why? Because I rule.
Yo, you talking
I'm in complete
crazy,
control. Okay,
y'all.
you can't do that to me, but I can do to you.
It's not really
selfishness.
control. That means you ain't ready for that. You still gotta do. You right? Because you said in the beginning, you gotta deal with yourself. Word is born. You do.
I do.
Because you're not ready for a real commitment because you're not ready to commit yourself.
I'm about to
So,
say.
you know what I mean? Like, you can't ask for something you're not ready. Like I said in the first podcast, you can't be a penny looking for a dime. You're not going to be, if you're not going to be what you are, what you looking for, it's a dub.
wait. Let me tell you something. I can be a penny looking for a dime.
No, you can't.
Listen,
You want 1 cent.
Listen,
1 cent.
I could go
1
twerk a
cent,
couple
man.
videos and get my
turn my mic off,
get my
DJ.
couple of dimes, okay?
Hold on.
Listen.
Nina, the only way that's really going to happen, he has to like love the hell out of you. Like you really have to be his.
And be a sucker.
That word.
Sucker.
He got me a sucker.
Like he
for that.
really has.
What you
to,
mean
like,
for a single till you marry?
For him to let you go out and act like you single and he gonna be cool with that, he gotta be a sucker. Or he gotta be. Or y'all have to have an open relationship until y'all decide y'all want to be serious.
Exactly.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
niggas ain't letting you go
Nah,
around
they're
doing
not
what you
doing
want to
that.
do. They gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna beat for you doing it.
Nah, it's not happening.
Why? Oh,
That's a
well,
dub.
Niggas is crazy. That's
well,
a dub.
anybody out there that listening, any other listeners?
They
who
all
want
not
something
inboxing you
towards-
right now.
Yeah. Inbox me too because it's shit.
No, my inbox dry. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody beat for that.
Yeah, because they don't want a commitment right now, so they gonna ride
the
with
dudes
you.
that don't listen to the podcast, they beat for it. No, because they don't know what they get themselves into.
Crazy, man.
That's so sad.
But I was gonna say like you don't know what you want either because first you want a nigga with money,
Right.
And then you want a
Say
nigga to
that, Kat.
commit. You
Now,
want
money,
like,
I would be faithful.
What
Let
do
me
you
tell you
want?
that.
Wow.
Money, I would be faithful. Yes, I would.
So you faithful to money?
Yes, I would.
She ain't faithful. She just faithful to money. She ain't faithful to no man.
What
She
if you
faithful
trying
to
to put money
money.
on it?
If he had money, yeah, I'll be faithful. Shit.
She lying, y'all.
But once he put a ring
no.
on it, that's a wrap.
She lying.
He got a little dingaling, and
I don't care if he got a little
yes, you
dingling.
will because you gonna cheat on him. You
Exactly.
You
Until
can't.
he-
You're not gonna be faithful
No,
to money
exactly.
either.
This is how I'm gonna
Exactly.
play it. If he
Right,
got a little
word.
dingling, right, I'm gonna be faithful till I get that ring. Then it's all game for the big dicks, okay?
You backwards.
Shout out
as
to
fuck.
West
Yeah,
Philly.
you are.
So-
You real
Wait,
bad.
so now you're gonna be faithful before the ring and cheat after the ring?
If
What?
he got money, yes, girl.
She wilding.
Yeah, like come on.
I'm not
where's your
wilding.
values?
I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying,
wildin'.
money rules the world. Okay, same. But no, I'm serious
Wildin'.
though. If he had money, I don't care if he got a little dick. Who cares?